I first found out about the Professional Women's Group through the American Women's Club magazine. Lisa Belzer had put an ad in April of 1983, and we met for lunch. We found it a great idea to start meeting regularly, and we began by meeting at Ethel Fogelson's practice at the Gemeindestraße.
Ethel, did you find me or did I find you at that TGIF?
I think we found each other. And I just remember that there was this young woman who came up and she said, I believe that you have a Jungian, and I said, yes, and you're looking for a place to meet. And I said, well, you can meet at my place, because I had my practice rooms at the Gemeindestraße, the psychological club in those days. And so that's how we started.
My inspiration for starting the group, well, I was a freshly baked college graduate in Switzerland, and I couldn't meet any women who were also working who spoke English. I didn't speak much German at the time, and to talk about life here. So when I met Ethel at a TGIF, I jumped at the occasion to meet other women. We weren't able to be members of other clubs except for the American Women's Club, and their meetings were during the day at that time, so there was no chance to do networking. What has the PWG been for you in your life?
Well, it has been a place where I find beautiful friends, where I find other women who were talking about their lives. There are positive or not so positive things about working, being a professional woman in Switzerland. I was working very intensively at ETH in my research, but it was something very, very important to have this interaction with this group.
We don't have to worry about nothing. We got the fire and we burning one hell of a something. They're gonna see us from outer space, light it up like we're the stars of the human race.
Wow, if you had told me in 1983 that the Professional Women's Group would still be existing today, I couldn't imagine it at the time. We were just a few people in the beginning, and now there are 200. That's amazing, and I think it has to do that there's a necessity for this. There's a need for women to get together and talk.
Something that the Professional Women's Group definitely did for me was helping me learn to network, helping me to know myself, and also learning to lean on people that say, oh, maybe you should check out this person, how about that? This was really something also for me of a growing process. I came here very young, straight from university in the US.
How was it for a woman in 1983 in Zurich?
Well, she was supposed to be a housewife, she's supposed to be a helpmeet, and she was to be the helper, but she was never to go and do her own thing or have her own ideas. And I, being a horrible American, I had my own ideas, and my poor husband, he didn't stand a chance.
When I saw the ad in the round robin, I thought, could be interesting, but professional. Don't think that's for me. I'm not a doctor or a lawyer. But then a friend of mine said, hey, come on, it's for business women in Switzerland, and I'm sure you have something to say as well. So I joined. And because I had lived here for 20 years already, of course I had more experience. I knew more about the Swiss way of life, how to deal with Swiss men in the office, permits, etc. So it was nice to offer something to the newcomers.
I moved back to Zurich for the second time in the mid-2000s, and it was then that I started attending PWG regularly. I was really struck by the changes that I saw in Zurich at that time. It had become much more international, and also women's careers were starting to advance. In PWG alone, you saw women from so many professions, and you saw them from every region of the world. What had also really changed is that English had become the language that we were using to bridge each other together. And I began to feel, along with other people in the group, that there was an important role for PWG Zurich going forward in the Zurich community. And we decided to get together and see if we could blow some fresh wind into those sails and just slightly move PWG into that forward-looking vision.
We are a very international group of businesswomen, diverse in age, culture, and occupation, yet we are connected through the local community. This range of diverse experiences allows us to learn from one another so that we can share in our experiences and further our professional development. We have a group that's 200 strong now. Every time we add another member, we believe we add strength to the club, so we want to continue to expand. We offer our members a combination of activities. We have monthly speaker and networking events that's targeted towards bringing in the women in leadership roles, as well as professional development and improving networking skill type topics. We also have interest groups, which are more special topics. We have several different interest groups. One great example is the Success Group. That's a type of think tank, brings women together to help them take their career to the next level or overcome a challenge. We've had some really great stories out of that. We have one member that's started her own restaurant. We had another member that made a transition from corporate to entrepreneurship and has had a very successful business. And we're quite proud to be able to contribute to that success.
And we're gonna let it burn, 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 burn. We're gonna let it burn, 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 burn. Gonna let it burn, 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 burn. We're gonna let it burn, 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 burn. We don't wanna leave, no. We just wanna be right now, right now.
I was chairwoman from 1991 to 1994, and I must say it was a very humbling but also a wonderful experience, and it taught me a lot and it helped me in my business life. And I would suggest to anybody, volunteering in this group is a wonderful way to move ahead. So I wish you all the very best for the next 30 years. Thank you.